Alright. I decided to make two videos today. One about the assault mechs and then one about this. So, yeah. We're going to talk about um, how you can be more effective in terms of um, getting more damage per round and sustaining less damage. So, obviously, I think sustaining less damage isn't something that you can really illustrate. You could say that, well, okay, you could say that there's a couple of basics regarding sustaining. Oh, God damn it. No. You could say there's a couple things you can do when sustaining less damage. Let's say I'm in a hunchback, and this is me, and there's a 6 PPC stalker facing this way. It's a giant penis on legs. He's got 6 gun barrels. Okay. He's got 6 gun barrels, and there's buildings, and I can't go anywhere. I can either choose to evade this way, or I can choose to charge straight at him. The silly thing that people do is they charge straight at him, and then they look straight at him, right? Oh, that was bad. They look straight at him. Basically, what you want to do, instead of looking straight at him, is just keep walking at him full speed, but turn your torso to the right if you're a hunchback. That way, your big gun torso is over here, and your juicy side torso is over here that's free for the taking. That's what I do. It's not really that hard if you're ridge running, right? If you're ridge running, let's say this is a ridge, and you come up, Mr. Hunchback, you come up, you're poking, and you're standing here. Ha! I will poke you. You shoot one round, hit the dude, and then instead of like doing what most people do, backing up and getting back down, you keep going, and you turn your torso. So I'm trying to think of what I usually do. I usually actually face my back to them. While that may seem like a bad idea, I'd rather lose my back armor and everything, because I'm going 90 kph, so it gets spread pretty easily. I'd rather lose my back armor and partially my internals and lose my main gun. And the AC-20, actually, the back hitbox of the actual cannon is actually front armor. It's just a rear little sliver right in here that's actually the rear side armor, so that's why hunchbacks have very low rear armor. But yeah, so again, comes into the thing about instead of just poking, when you're poking, instead of poking, hitting X and then going backwards. You don't want to do that. You want to poke, shoot, 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 come around, get back down. So that's one way you can conserve armor. But the main way is actually calibrating your mouse for yourself, because everyone has a different play style and everyone has a different thing. I'll tell you the way I hold my mouse is I put my index. I have a Razer. Let me show you my mouse. I have a Razer Laquitius. So this gives you sort of top-down view of it. So I have button here, button here, button here, button here. This is mouse 5, mouse 4. I don't use mouse 3, mouse 2, mouse 1. And then these are sensitivity buttons. I never use those. And then you get these auxiliary buttons over here that you'll probably never use. It's made for people who are left-handed, really. Oh shit, I wanted that. But what I do, and it may take a little getting used to, I actually don't hold the mouse the normal way. Most people put like their, that's weird. Most people put their pinky and their ring finger over here if you're right-handed. So you get your pinky, ring finger, middle finger, right, and then index finger and thumb. That's what most people do. What I do is I do thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. So if you can imagine my hand, let's get a good picture of a hand. This is gonna be funny, but it's going in the scrapbook. Oh my goodness. Photo filter to the rescue. Photo filter. Alright, there's that. There's that. Okay, if you can imagine my hand, I don't actually... Most people see where these fingers are sort of superimposed over the buttons. Oh, this is bad, but you'll get the idea. Most people hold their mouse button like this, right? See how the middle finger's there, the middle finger's there? I shift it over one and put my middle finger on my middle mouse button. And I don't know if people would prefer this to the other thing, but I can try using... I've actually tried playing the normal way, and I can't aim nearly as well. So if you want to try it, yeah, put your middle finger on your middle mouse button, just let it rest there, and then use your thumb and your little finger to control the sides of the mouse. But here's where it gets interesting, is that I have this little aiming game that I've found, and I really enjoy it. If you can beat me at it, go ahead. You probably many people can. There's a guy I played with way back in the day called Laser. He could always beat me at it. But here we go. So basically, you want to make sure your sensitivity is not... See, when I record, it messes up. I was going so well. Let me talk first. When you're you want to make it show you that your sensitivity. So if I want to move my mouse to play games, see the green play games button right here? I just move it, and I'm right there. You see, I have a little bit when I move it, and I don't compensate. I have a little bit of over travel. That's because it's not exactly calibrated to me, because it's a little more sensitive in case I need to move a long distance. But if I want to snap to play games, see, I bounce forward, come back. So it's relatively good. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it works good for all situations. If I slow it down more, then the game feels too slow for me. So I like to run it a little bit faster than sort of my brain like positions it. But this aim game, if you can do this, then you're pretty good. So let's get hyper gamer mode. You can do this, but I'm not Korean and I don't have a really good mouse pad at all. Alright, well, you get the idea. And the fact that it's 12 o'clock at night doesn't help. I'm pretty tired. But, so that's it. You want to make sure that your mouse is calibrated, and like, when watching Corbin, I notice, probably Corbin's the only one that's going to watch this anyway. I noticed you have a lot of, like, you know, this right here, and when you're shooting lasers, I don't know, it makes that 1% difference that really goes a long way. It's that 1% difference that's the 90% of what you need. So if you can just get it so that you can go to snap to corners. Obviously, I'm not doing so good right now, but if you just go so you can snap to corners, you're going to be pretty good. Yeah, when I'm moving my mouse, I actually don't even pick my this part of my hand off the mouse pad. It's just stationary. It's all fingers, so I don't use any. I don't move my wrist at all. It's all fingers. So that's something maybe you should try out. I also have two other things. Oops. We can go into my software if you like, and you'll see that my DPI is at 500, so nothing super out of control. But you want to make sure this is for anybody. You want to go to pointer options. You want to uncheck this. Uncheck that, and then let me go to computer. What you want to do? Don't look at my porn. Just kidding. What you want to do is you want to go to system. These are the console commands you want. You probably want to adjust your sensitivity in game because that helps. My in-game sensitivity obviously is not the same as my Windows sensitivity, so that's probably why I was missing a couple of those things, is because just the way the game interprets. Where'd it go? The game interprets the settings. So you want to make sure you got that. You want VSync off, FOV of 80, iMouse smooth equals 0, iMouse excel equals 0, CL sensitivity, whatever you want. But that's about it. Yeah, that's people are always asking why I get high damage. It's not because of hacks. It's not because of some super Asian something. Just the same as y'all. It's just I'll only move my mouse. I hold my mouse a particular way. I always did that since I was a little kid. Like, I used to hate mice, like ball mice when they came, back in the day. And they didn't have a middle mouse button because I didn't know what to do with my middle fingers. They just kind of sat there. But it's what you want to do. You want to put what I do is, that's not what you want to do, but what I do is I put my middle finger in the middle. So that's it. And I don't pick my wrist up off of the mouse pad. So keep that in mind.